are in a newer developed area of Mount Juliet, something you're not gonna wanna miss. It's got privacy. It's got this secluded look and feel. I can hear the birds chirping. It is a bright, sunny day. The prices on this are ridiculous. We're talking like 3,000 square foot homes in the 600 price range in Mount Juliet with a custom builder feel. This was such an amazing layout. I just walked through it. Finishing up with this intro is usually what I do because I want to know what we're about to get our hands into. And this has a gourmet kitchen. It has accent walls with mill trim design. And I'm like, this is in the 600s in Mount Juliet, 3,000 square feet. We're 10 minutes from Providence. And we've got like secluded woods and birds. It's amazing. It's idyllic. It's incredible. I had never looked at this builder before. We're gonna get to that at the end of the video. They're running some pretty crazy incentives. I've looked at most of the new construction in Mount Juliet. I'm glad we checked this out because normally I would have written them off because I hadn't heard much about them. But they are offering a deal on this community that you're not gonna wanna miss. And I think one of the reasons why they're having, well, where are we? We're in an area of Mount Juliet. I had to go around winding corners. Didn't know they were developing out here. And we're still 10 minutes from Providence. We're right by Old Hickory. It's just in a really new secluded area. You're gonna get a great deal, but let's check out this home first. You're not gonna wanna miss this design. Wow. When you first walk in, you're met with this wall design. It's nice millwork. It's like an accent wall. It's got like horizontal trim detail. It gives this foyer a really custom and elevated feel. Got really nice LVP. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Oh man, yes. Right away, full bathroom. Sliding walk-in, you got backsplash tiling. Okay, this is cool. Nice. That's some really elevated carpet. I like that. It's neutral textured plush carpet design. That's nice. Triple pane window. It's like right away you get this like really elevated feel. But man, we're like in a really interesting part of Mount Juliet because we're surrounded by the woods and it's secluded, but it's still not too far away from exactly where you want to be. So we got the garage to the left, huge laundry room. We got a mudroom right here, more textured accent walling, nice little built-in cubbies, huge laundry room. We don't have the washer and dryer in here, so maybe it feels a little bit bigger, but it's got a sink. For this price range, you can't beat this, and it wraps around. I'll just give you a little hint, like these are starting in the high fives. And this model will probably be in the sixes, low sixes, but like, man, it is so elevated and it's huge. I think the main reason why it's like this is just because of the location being a little bit, just slightly more secluded and private. But it's still not bad. It's like 10 minutes from where you want to be. So double French door walk in to a steady office. I love it. I like those windows facing this side. You got the garage on the other side. Staircase just to the side of it. Really elevated design. No fireplace, interesting. They're just like, we're not doing that. We're doing our own thing. We'll get to the builder, details, community, floor plan, HOA, all that stuff at the end. Let's just soak this in for now. Different design island as well. It's very, very oversized, a lot of length. You got space under it for low bar stools. Interesting bar stool design too. It's well staged. Dedicated dining area, so many windows. We got a covered patio. Woods. We are secluded out here. but it's still 10 minutes from where you want to be in Mount Juliet, so it's pretty nice. We got gas stove, yes. Oh, we got the trough style on the island. We got the sink on the island. Even this little nice little touch here. Even this, like, it goes lower down. You don't have to like lean quite as high. It's like a nice little detail that would normally kind of get lost, I think, if you do a walkthrough too quickly. Nice backsplash tiling, custom cabinetry it looks like. Wow, that's nice. It felt good. Had some weight to it. Pantry is bigger than I expected, actually, because it cuts into this side where the stairs is at, but it's actually not bad. You know, if you've got wraparound stairs, you lose some space, but the pantry, you don't really need all that much height on all corners of it. So not bad. I give them points for that. More accent wall tiling. This is really interesting. I guess I wouldn't call that tiling. I think it's more what we saw in the previous area. It's more like, it's vertical trim, I would say, but it's another like accent wall, and I like it. All right, so we got tray style ceiling, more of that similar design on these wallings. Just adds a little extra flair and luxury feel to this. Something about this lighting and how they chose to color the paint and on the walls and the LVP and then their style, it feels like fresh in here. I would use that to describe it. I just saw a bird pass by. It was like a really, really well interior designed. The light, the choices for the fixtures, the choices for the tiling. We saw a little glimpse of this primary before we went to the laundry room, but let's just soak it in again. Like, we got an oversized tub, not even oversized, it's not oversized, but we got a tub here. It's actually very small. One of the smaller tubs that I've seen, but we have separated vanity. We've got a walk-in shower. Doesn't have a shower door, but we got it on the other side. So, and you got the bench on the other side too. So you kind of don't need a shower door. Very interesting that they have the hot and cold on this side. Different design. You could definitely change that to cold while somebody's taking a shower. I can already see the playful pranks here. Your kids just come up. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, we got a huge walk-in closet. It's more of a, not quite square, but you know, it feels like a dedicated room in of itself. It has more of that neutral plush carpeting. Going back through, I love when it wraps around. So you can get to this laundry room and that primary 2 different ways. We got a 2-car garage, option for a 3rd that we just passed. We're gonna go upstairs. Wide staircase, wide. And we got a turn. You can already tell it's gonna switch to plush, the neutral plush carpeting. Ooh, got a loft game room area. Ceilings aren't that high on the 2nd floor, so it gives more of a private, cozy feel, especially with the plush carpeting. Okay, so we have, okay, interesting. Double vanity, Jack and Jill, but it's not quite because it connects to the game room. Full shower and bathroom. And then we got a bedroom up here. Doesn't connect to it. So that's an interesting design choice, that it doesn't connect directly with that full bath and it connects to the rec room. Small bedrooms upstairs. Definitely more of a family, a growing family size. Younger kids, elementary, middle school age. Not quite big enough for teenagers, but definitely a house you can grow into. Oh, I didn't expect this. Oh, whoa. Oh, they have a game room and theater. So this is just the foreplay for the game room. You really have like dedicated theater room up here. This is huge. I didn't expect this. We're in high 5s, low 6s in Mount Juliet. This house is huge. I'm pretty surprised. This is the first time I've looked at this builder. We'll get to that at the end. They're offering a lot of incentives, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. This looks great. Here in Mount Juliet, this is Ashton Woods is the builder. This is Willow's Landing. This is the Winters floor plan. We are in this theater / flex space upstairs that I think can be a lot of different things depending on the floor plan that you go with. This is a pretty cool use of it. It can be storage, it can be a game room. I believe the one they quoted me for this specific bundle that we just looked at would be in the low 6s if it were a spec home. And what that means is if it's a quick move-in, they've already built it, it's gonna be priced differently than if you started from the ground up and picked your lot. Then it's gonna be a little bit pricier than that. So a couple things that we wanna go over is like, huge selling point is the location. We are surrounded by woods, privacy, yet this community is gonna have amenities. It's gonna have the swimming pool, it's gonna have the pavilion, it's gonna have the playgrounds, the walking trails. It's gonna have a lot of the standard stuff. HOA is gonna be $107 a month, and that also includes trash. Actually, I think it's 103 a month. Yeah, no, it's 103. I remember writing that down when I took my notes. So 103 a month, and that covers trash, that covers the amenities. It's great. I don't know what else to say besides like, when I looked at this, I didn't know what to expect initially. The location is growing on me. You have to do some side winding, but it really is 10 minutes from most of the things that you want to be at in Mount Juliet. But it's in like a newer developed area. So the pricing seems to be accordingly a little bit cheaper. And that's great. And this particular builder on this community is running some pretty substantial incentives. They were running some pretty big price drops, you could take their preferred lender deal and get like a sub 5% loan rate, plus basically your closing costs being covered. So I was like, let's check this out. Hadn't checked out this builder before. I really am impressed with this community, especially this floor plan and this design for this price range is not something that we have seen yet in Mount Juliet. And we've covered just about every new construction community in Mount Juliet. I think we have like 5 left out of 30 something. So we've hit a really, really big portion of this. So a couple of details we're gonna go over. Downstairs, we saw a really, really excellent design with the accent walling. As you initially walk in, the trim lines, you have it, no fireplace, you have another accent wall, a dedicated dining area, you have a pretty large kitchen, you have a huge laundry room that wraps around to the primary. The primary bathroom, once again, it has features to it that you wouldn't initially expect for the price. You have a pretty large walk-in shower with features that you see more in an upscale, like $1 million plus property with the style design, which is cool. So we have seen, and of course the upstairs flex space being a theater and then having a loft area that's also an entertainment room is pretty cool. The bedrooms were relatively small upstairs, but once again, it's like pretty good for a young family. And I'm sure if you decided to have this room be something separate, you could have an additional very large bedroom if you needed that for a moody teenager or a guest suite. So there's definitely options. And with a semi-custom builder, you get the benefits of quick move-in options, but you also have the benefits of like starting from scratch and building your own according to what they have spec'd out and the options they have. And this community seems to be a really good mix of luxury and practicality for pricing. Mount Juliet, it's hard to find something under 500 for a single family home. So we're talking between 500 and 600 is usually families' price range looking for, a 4+ bedroom home in new construction that has features that aren't just the most basic. And so this hits it in that mid-price range with options and incentives. So I'm glad that we checked out this community. I think this is a solid option for anybody looking to move to the greater Nashville area. Mount Juliet is blowing up. So we've got a newer developed area in Mount Juliet is where this community is at. And I'm guessing that Mount Juliet is just gonna keep growing. So the prices are great on this side of town, and you're still close to Providence. You're still close to Old Hickory Lake. You're close to where you need to be in Mount Juliet. As long as you're close to Providence, you're good. So not being too far out, definitely a selling point for this. My name is Richard Royer. I am your buyer's agent specialist in the greater Nashville area that specializes in new construction. And I will see you in my next video.